Mark. One more Scotch Sunday for you. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great weekend. All right, so today we're going to do another Lowland Scotch. This one is Auchentoshan, and this is the Bartender's Malt. This was a limited edition, and this is the first edition of that series. Now, the series was this bottle came out in 2016, and they have not released one since. So I don't know that they got the response they wanted or what, but anyway, this is, and typically I don't like to do ones that are limited editions or can't get anymore, but I've seen this on shelves in multiple stores recently within the last month. So if you want it, you can still get it. It's still out there. This is 46% ABV. This is a Lowland Scotch. There's no color added, which is not typical of Auchentoshan. And they typically add color to theirs, but this one they do not. I've only had the triple wood. I think it was the triple wood, or maybe it was one of the other, maybe it was the oak. But I've only had one other. Apparently I wasn't so impressed that I've ever bought another one. So, but this is a limited run, so I think I grabbed one and it sat on my shelf for a while, and then I grabbed another. And so I have a backup. So I figured, you know what? Let's open this one. So this was created by This is the Bartender's Malt. So they got 12 bartenders from around the world to taste different whiskeys and kind of mix it together. And they're from the U.S., Canada, Sweden, UK, and Germany. The bartenders' names are all up there. Well, part of their names. I think it's just their last names. I don't recognize any of I wouldn't know a famous bartender anywhere. I'm not sure what they were thinking. I don't know how, I don't live in a big city where we have famous bars or anything like that, but I don't frequent bars anyway. But a lot of times bartenders tend to mix drinks, so I don't know how much I don't know what they were thinking, but I think you'd be better off just grabbing people off of this Facebook group. But let's see what else can I tell you about it. It was, the different casks. You got U.S. oak or American oak, German oak, which I have no idea what German oak is. And I think European oak also. I don't know that there's any sherry casks in this, but there are wine casks, rum casks, and Lafroig also contributed casks to this one. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any peat in there. And let's see, what else can I tell you? Auchentoshan, as you can see up here, they have 3 stills because they use a triple distillation method. So more reminiscent of Irish whiskey than Scotch whiskey. And this is a 47% ABV, and it's a Lowland. What else? So it's got a lot of different casks. So I mean, who knows what it's supposed to taste like? But it is what it is. And what else? Okay, so let's. Doesn't seem like I have a glass readily available here, but okay, so. Okay. There's nothing written on the bottle. Nothing. And again, this is no color added, so this is their actual color. So as you can see, kind of I think they describe it as golden copper. Okay, so the 12 of the most innovative and unique bartenders from around the world came together in Glasgow. So I guess they flew them all over there. They learned the science and magic of creating a single malt whiskey from our master blenders and collaborated to create this malt with casks that reflect each one of their own individual personalities. Auchentoshan The Bartender's Malt, a single malt Scotch whiskey created by the bartender for the bartender. Again, I don't know, most people don't go into a bar and ask for a single malt. Most people are getting mixed drinks or they're getting bourbon. So at least that's what my experience is. Okay, let's see. What else is it? There is nothing else on there. Okay, so let's give this a taste. This was not really expensive. Auchentoshan is not an expensive Scotch usually. They do make some age statements. Most of what I've seen from them is NAS. Well, let's give that. It's going to be interesting. Coming out of a triple distilled, it's going to have a higher ABV, so they're going to have to. It's going to taste kind of thinner, more like an Irish whiskey. So this will be interesting for a Scotch. It's maybe why I was not impressed with their last batch. I mean, Irish whiskey to me is okay. Scotch is my preferred. Japanese would be second. Irish maybe third. Rye, bourbon, American malt actually probably before rye even. But so anyway, let's see what we got here. Let's give it a little pour in here. Okay, so we'll leave it here for you. All right, you can kind of see the color, which is again, I do like the fact they didn't add color, and it is not chill filtered. So give it a nice roll in there. Yeah, I can tell definitely peppery. I have to back off of this one a little bit. Kind of a lemony, citrusy, tangerines. Tangerines and apricots. They say there's chocolate in there, but I'm not getting any chocolate. Very clean smelling. What is that smell in there? Like a... I don't want to say oak, but more like a... What kind of wood is that? That's like a... I don't know. More of a... what is that? It's more of a cedary wood to me than oak. It definitely smells more Irish. Okay, so, all right, let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, I'm getting the Lefroy casks in there. There's kind of an underlying peat in there. Yeah, definitely. Anything different on there? No. I'm not getting any smoke on the nose. Let's see what else I get on there. There's maybe some fruit. There's some definitely some oak on the taste, on the palate. Maybe little dried apples. Some spice. Go with more of the nutmeg. I don't think it's cinnamon. Let me see. No, just a little bit of spice. There's not much in there. Finish is medium. A little peppery on the finish, and I don't know. Go with the oak kind of and the dried apples. So kind of what I'm getting on there. Definitely do get some of the Lafroig cask in there. So at least that's my understanding that they have it in there. If it's not Lafroig, there's something that was peated in there. So anyway, all right. It's okay. It's different. So really not like anything else you've probably had. It does taste more Irish to me. Kind of like, it's got that cleaner Irish taste, less complex, more of the spicy oak, and kind of like, again, I think dried apples would be kind of what the thing. So I'm going to give it a 6. See you next time.